Hey, welcome. This lesson is going to be more of a setup lesson where we're going to be going through some of the tools that we're going to be making use of in the upcoming lessons in order to learn more about JSON.
This video is brought to you by Appy Academy.
So first of all, you are going to need an editor, and the editor that I'm going to be using in the upcoming lessons, it's called Brackets. It's an open source text editor. It's an Adobe product, and it does have a really nice feature which is called Live Preview, which lets you output content using the HTTP protocol, and there's going to be more on that in the upcoming lessons. So if you are looking to use the same editor that I'm using, or if you want to try Brackets, it's available at this web address. We're also going to be making use of JSON lint. So this is a linting tool. There's a number of different linting tools online. And the reason that we make use of linting tools is that it validates that it's proper JSON data. And as well, you're also able to make it more readable. So when you come across data such as what we've got from randomuser.me, which is an open API that has a lot of JSON data, this is quite hard to read. And the idea for JSON is that it's easy to read, and it's easy to kind of go through the different groupings of the content and be able to pull out the information that you want to use within your code. So when you placed all of this into a validator, and you go validate JSON, it becomes in a more readable format. So we see we've got results, gender, name, location, and then within location, there's city, state, country, postcode, coordinates. So all of it gets broken down in a more readable format. And that's why JSON is the most popular format for transferring data, because it is easy to navigate, also easy to use, and easy to understand. So it works across programming languages, and it is closely related to JavaScript since it's based off of the JavaScript object. And even the name JSON is short for JavaScript object notation. So it shares a lot of the properties that you expect from JavaScript. And that's why in the upcoming lessons, in order to illustrate what JSON does and how JSON works, we're going to be closely looking at JavaScript objects and writing JavaScript code in relation to JSON data. So to start out, make sure that you do have an editor that you can use, that you're familiar with, to write some code and create an index HTML page. So that can be our basic page to start in writing some web code. And we're also going to be using a Chrome browser to output the code and take a look at the object and the information that's contained within the JSON data. And this is all coming up in the upcoming lessons. So next lesson, we're going to dive right in and start coding. So make sure that you're set up and ready to go.